Hi guys, welcome back to our Minecraft world. So, you must be thinking, what is this? Okay, so we did some minor. Okay, so we've made some minor differences. So we've made an extension to the house, but not fully, only half because there's no roof, and it still looks bad. Then Aaron has made an anvil. I stole a blast furnace from our neighbor and a grindstone. I also stole that. Then we made a spell table, and I made a forging table and a maging table. And I saw a keg, so I thought it'd be fun, so I made a keg.
Our journey began by going and getting to the dragons. It turns out they completely grown up and we had to get names for them. I decided to name my dragon Avaros after some Netflix show, and then turns out that Sahil decided to name his dragon Washing Machine. After some while of crafting and some more other things that I don't even know how to explain, me and Saul decided to go to bed, and we decided that the next morning that we would go out and get some salmon so we could grow our dragons. I eventually found a spot near an ocean, and I decided to go in. At first, I tried to use a fishing rod to get salmon, but it turns out it was just too ineffective. Eventually, me and Saul realized that other salmon and other types of fish just randomly spawn in the ocean, so we decided to go into the water and kill them ourselves. While I was still collecting fish, it turns out something unfortunate happened to Sahil. After Sahil died, I tried to assist him to get his stuff back, and decided to follow him where he was fishing originally. It turns out that he accidentally aggravated a pyre drake, which killed him over and over and over again. Eventually, we were able to retrieve his items, but then I just decided to flee back to my original fishing spot. After some time of just grinding salmon and killing some other different types of fishes like cod, I was eventually able to get enough fish to feed my dragon to get it all the way up to adult size. I mounted a saddle on my dragon and I decided to take it for a flyby. While Sal was still grinding for salmon to grow his dragon to adult size, I decided to take my fully grown dragon and start flying by over the world to see what I could find. I found an ether dragon and I took it. Afterwards, I was able to find stuff like water dragon and more ether dragon nests. Originally, I thought this was some weird kind of dragon nest, but it turns out it was actually a shipwreck that was over 50 blocks above the ocean. I don't know how this happened or what kind of crazy world generation caused this, but it was a pretty fun sight to see. After a really long journey, I finally decided to come back home because it was getting night and I knew that Sal would get mad at me if I didn't sleep. While I was while coming back home, it turns out that the weather started pouring and there was just rain everywhere. This just made Sahil extra mad that I wasn't sleeping. Eventually, when I made it back home, I heard a certain sound, the sound of thunder. I realized this was the time to get a wretch. I was looking around for wretches while Saul was just yelling at me because I wasn't sleeping. I was getting him mad and madder by the moment. Even I spent a lot of time looking in the forest, but I still couldn't find a single wretch. When I decided to come back home, it turns out a wretch just spawned right behind me. Saul decided to go in and start punching it, but he was also getting shot by it. So I decided to shoot a couple of arrows at it, and I went into fight. I plunged my sword into the beast, and I kept putting it out until it eventually fell down, and I was able to get what I was looking for, the Thunder Strike shards. After a victorious battle against the wretch, I finally decided to sleep. Next morning, I decided to hatch the Aether Dragon egg I was able to get previously. Saul decided to hatch his Forest Dragon egg. Afterwards, I decided to make some dragon-related armor since our current armor was kinda lacking. I also made better dragon-related tools. Using the Thunder Shards we were able to get from the dragon, I decided to make us some Thunderstrike staffs. Since we were reaching the end point of the video, I decided to use the keg that Sahil made to make us some beer. We got really drunk, and let's just say, it didn't feel so good. I also wanted to test out my Thunderstrike staff that I was able to get. To end off the video, we decided to go into the igloo where I kept my Aether Dragon. Okay, now seriously guys, I want to let you know that the recording for this video, the voice part at least, had some issues with it, which means I had to only do my narration for this entire video. Next video, we will be doing both our voices and my narration, so I apologize for not being able to hear us. And as always, please subscribe. Also, get this video to 10 likes and he will definitely go shirtless. Yeah, this is satire.